there is no middle ground between having laws based on reality or not. There is no middle ground. That's why this is so brutal emotionally, because it's a war. People say it's not a culture war, but this is a war. This is two completely contradictory beliefs, and they're being fought over, and one has to prevail.
It's the end of LGBT History Month, but is it the end of widespread trans acceptance? A recent YouGov survey revealed that in the UK, for the first time since they began the polling, there has been an 8-point drop in overall trans-positive views. But does this mean we're seeing the rise of the TERF? And what is a TERF? A TERF is defined as a person whose views on gender identity are considered hostile to transgender people, or who opposes policies designed to be inclusive of them. It stands for Trans Exclusionary Radical Feminist. Professor Jo Phoenix was dismissed from her position in 2018 at the Open University for her gender-critical views. She believes her commitment to gender criticality does not make her a transphobe or a TERF.
I don't see myself as being against trans people. I never have been. Why would I be? Do you know what I mean? I've fought for the emancipation and liberation of people from systems of gender and, from prejudice around sexuality. So, why would I be?
On Sunday in Hyde Park, the largest TERF community organisation, Let Women Speak, held their London event. Led by their controversial leader of the Party of Women, Kellie Jay Keen, the event hosts TERFs from all over the country who can each stand up and share their beliefs.
Women are women, men are men, and you can't change sex. And if a man wants to dress up, he's a pervert. Just say it.
I have a daughter who's now 25 and she's her own woman. But I would not want her sharing a changing room or a toilet or a space at school with men who say they're women.
I'm a detransitioner. So for me, it really helped to have all these women out there to kind of get back into reality and to snap out of it. So and I'm just an ultra TERF. Sex is real and gender identity is.
Professor Phoenix says that movements like these are often tied to the rise of the extreme right wing.
And certainly there's a more kind of, for lack of better words, a populist branch of gender criticality, and that's the branch that I distance myself from a great deal, because to me that's not a branch that is necessarily trying to do any deep thinking or analysis. It's much more a branch or a node or a gathering of people who are kind of giving forth or venting some really deep-seated, at times prejudicial views.
Issues like these can be controversial, and as the event got heated, one trans rights activist, Lucy Martinez, faced abuse as she stepped in to challenge the movement.
Oh, it's definitely a hate movement. It is just nastiness, and you can see it when you actually interact with these people, because I was happy to have any conversation they wanted to have. I was happy to, talk about things. She mentioned my genitals multiple times. It's really, really upsetting. It's genuinely sexual harassment. I joke about it a little bit, but it's pretty awful to have someone talk about you like that. Yeah, I don't think it stops at trans women. It doesn't stop at trans women, trans people more broadly. It's a colonial movement. There's a reason why the Tony Robinson people were so eager to get their cameras in the way, and all the right-wing people were, because it's just a right-wing movement. That's all it is.
As LGBT History Month comes to a close and Donald Trump signs more executive orders this week to restrict transgender rights, is TERF just a trend? Or is it linked to the phenomenon in the steady increase in far-right beliefs, even in young people?